So the left arm is not talking to the right arm, and then that creates all kinds of confusion. And
in the early stages of building a company with a partner, what are some best practices to follow to divide and conquer in terms of act, dispo, and kind of putting all of that together? And I can't wait to talk more about that at Mastermind, but I'm curious.
Yeah, I mean, first and foremost, very clearly defined roles, clearly defined KPIs, and then also you guys need to connect with each other and talk on at least a weekly basis to discuss how things have been going. That communication, we forget sometimes to do that between partners or between arms. So the left arm is not talking to the right arm, and then that creates all kinds of confusion. And then sometimes what ends up happening is, like, for instance, if you've got 3 contracts in play, ACK thinks, okay, dispo is working, but if you're having trouble with those contracts and you're not communicating that to the ACK guy, your ACK team might be like, what's Will doing? And so that's the part. Second, clear expectations, right? I had a conversation with somebody recently where they were in an agreement or a partnership with somebody, and they were going to bring the deals. The other side was going to bring the dispo. And instead of bringing the dispo, that person just goes to a dispo wholesaler and sells everything through a dispo wholesaler. So now that ACK person's like, wait, that's not what I signed up for. I signed up for you to find the buyers, not for you to go to find the buyers from somebody else finding the buyers. I could do that myself. Hey guys, don't forget to subscribe, and here's a quick word from our sponsor.
This video is brought to you by Privy. Privy is an incredible software that'll help you find deeply discounted deals on the MLS. Yeah, they actually exist there. Click the link in the description. Now stop watching me and go watch me.
So very clear expectations on what people's roles are, because resentment can start to build fast, especially if somebody is doing less than someone else. So these conversations have to happen, and they got to happen often, right? Don't be afraid to say the hard things to each other. I think that's another piece with business partners we tend not to do. We don't want to hurt each other's feelings. We don't know when's the right time to bring it up. And then what ends up happening is that resentments start to build and frustrations start to build, and then you have a pressure cooker. And then what could have been solved a month ago with some clearly defined expectations doesn't get solved, and it turns into a blow up and a breakup. So treat it a lot like you would any relationship you'd have with a significant other, right? It's very much like a marriage, or very much like a long-term relationship, right? You are getting married financially. You're going into partnership with somebody. That's big.
Thanks for watching another one of my YouTube videos. Now it's your turn to go out and take some action. But before you do, like and subscribe to my channel, because the law of reciprocity means you owe me.